President Biden is back on the campaign trail in Pennsylvania today, attending and speaking at a church service in Philadelphia this morning, and now at a campaign event in Harrisburg. NewsNation's Jackie Koppell is embedded with the campaign. She joins us live in Philly with more. Jackie, what's been the voter response that you've seen to the president's visit?
Good afternoon. Yeah, the voter response has been really positive all day. As you mentioned, he started off this morning at a church. He then went to a campaign office in Philly. Then he went to Harrisburg, and he actually stopped, in addition, off the record, at a coffee shop, because he likes to see and speak to voters, and that's actually what he's promised he's going to do even more of. Now, at the church, I was there, and the response was pretty massive. Standing ovations, cheers, the pastor giving a passionate defense of the president and his record. Senator Casey was there. Senator Fetterman is with him now. And it's worth noting that when he was in Harrisburg, the president mentioned unions and his support of unions, saying, you know, he's a pro-union president. It's also worth noting that he was supposed to speak at a National Education Association event, but some of the workers went on strike, and given his support of unions, he did not want to cross the picket line. If you want to hear what voters have to say, let's take a listen to some sound.
People need to be reminded of what he has done in the past and what he's capable of. He's an educated man. He's for the people. He's about truth.
Yeah, they have to understand that regardless of his age, the man is about justice, about liberty for people, about the law. He's for democracy, and he has experience. And experience is the best teacher in the world.
So all of the voters I spoke with said that they are riding with Biden, and they still think that he can win.
House Oversight Chair James Comer calling now for an on-the-record interview of President Biden's doctor because of the president's weak debate, as well as saying that there might be ties to the Biden family businesses. Is this the first time we're hearing about a possible conflict of interest?
It may be the first time we're hearing about this conflict of interest, but in terms of the medical reports, he always has had a clean bill of health, saying that he can continue ably to be commander-in-chief. And in that ABC interview, he said, look, he gets a cognitive test every day doing this job. So if there is testifying that takes place, I would imagine we're just going to hear he's able to do the job.
And the Biden campaign, obviously, as we know, you are there with them on the road. More happening this week in Washington with the NATO summit, a White House event that coincides with the dates of the RNC. What else are you learning about the schedule for the campaign?
Well, he's keeping up a steady clip. As you mentioned, there is that NATO summit where he'll give a press conference. Then he's headed to Michigan on Friday. Then he heads to Austin to give an address, as you said, in coinciding with the RNC. It's an address on democracy and civil rights at the Lyndon B. Johnson Library. And then he heads to Las Vegas, and he'll speak at the NAACP and Unidos conferences. So very busy schedule coming up.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.